Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Dr. Tabby Cat. I thought I was feeling a little bit bad because I feel like I've been leaving the Divine Masculines out. So I have done, right now we're doing a Divine Masculine read, and we're doing a Celtic cross for you, a 10 card Celtic cross for my Divine Masculines only. So that is for anybody that, which we all have divine masculine, divine feminine energies, but this is for mainly my divine masculines. All right. So we're gonna do your main spread. We're gonna do your inner child healing cards. We're gonna get your divine masculine healing cards and your zodiac signs, see what pops up, and some state cards, some letters. I don't know where they went. Okay. And then I did get a few channel messages beforehand. If I can remember what they were, let's see. I got the states, New York and Kentucky came. And then the word xylophone. So I don't know if an adult was playing the xylophone or if someone is around a child that's playing a xylophone. And then I got two, I think, TV channels, AE and FX. It's been a long time since I've had cable, so I couldn't remember, but I think those are channels FX and AE. And then I got the word coat, COAT. And what else was it? Oh, IQ. IQ came up like 3 times, IQ. So I don't know if somebody has a high IQ, a low IQ, right on point. I don't know if something to do with somebody's IQ. I don't know if somebody has something going on at work. They have to take a test, or if they're going to school and they have to take a IQ test. I don't know. Or maybe their child has to take an IQ test. I don't know. What else came up? Locks came up. So I think, so somebody might have locks in their hair. Fox came up, FOX. So something about a fox, or somebody could be sneaky. Which that could be the truth. What else? Let's see, locks, fox. Oh, what else was it? Oh, the Knicks. I think that might be a basketball team. The Knicks, right? I don't know. Somebody might know who the Knicks are. A sports team, I think. Is that the New York Knicks? So maybe. What else? Knicks. What else was it? I should have wrote it down. Okay, it may come to me. Those are the main things, though. All right, so let's start. I got the pre-layment out for the Celtic cross, and then we will clarify, and then we'll go into the oracles. All right, so for the Celtic cross, it's a 10-card layout. So we have your current energy. We have the conflict or the blockage. We have your foundation or your shadow work that you've been working on. We have your recent past. We have your near future or the immediate circumstances. Or I'm sorry, let me go back. We have your current energy, the blockage, your shadow work, conflict, the foundation, the recent past, the horizon, the near future, and then on the outside going up to the side, we have your current status, the environment that is the external circumstances that's affecting the outcome, your hopes and fears, and then the outcome. Okay, so for your current energy, I pulled the Judgment card, if you can see it, and I got this beautiful brown Arcana deck. It's called the Arcane Tarot. It's like a pirate deck. It's pretty cool. I thought that would go good for you masculines. And he's holding up money in his hand. Okay, so I got the Judgment. So you guys are going through an awakening right now. So you're going through an awakening. And with these books opening, the Divine is going through your Akashic records and telling you what your calling is, what you're called to do. All right. And so your blockage is the Eight of Wands, which the Eight of Wands actually can be a blockage, but it's also can be making quick messages or moving too quickly, fast movement. So maybe as you're going through this awakening, you're getting fast downloads, fast messages. Because I know when you first go through an awakening, you're kind of in this confused state and you're not kind of sure as to what's going on. So maybe with all these messages coming through, you're getting confused and you may be thinking you're going crazy or something. So maybe that's causing a blockage. Maybe you just need to get clarity. Okay, so then for your foundation card, for the shadow work that you've been doing or that you need to do, you got the Sun card, which is not bad. So the Sun is clarity. It illuminates things. So for the shadow work, you do need to get illumination on things. You need to get clarity. So that's something to think about. All right. And then for the most recent past, your experiences or habits that's starting to fade into the background is the Nine of Swords, which is the inability to sleep. You're having sleepless nights. So this is starting to pass. Okay. So with that Sun right there, it's starting to shine light on things and give you a little bit of clarity, especially if you're going through this awakening. Like I said, things get jumbled. You know, it's good to talk to somebody else who's gone through this already, so that way you know that you're not crazy and you know the things you're going through, you know, is normal. And you definitely want to get sleep during this time. Drink lots of water and stay grounded. Go outside barefooted as much as you can to stay grounded. All right, and now for the horizon, your crown chakra, what the Divine Masculines need to strive for their higher spiritual goals, you actually pulled the Emperor, which is that's actually good for you guys. The Emperor. So you want to be in your Emperor status for your highest spiritual goal. So that is your authoritative status. That is your leadership status. And remember, this is for your crown chakra. As you're receiving those, you know, downloads as they're coming in, you know, you want to have structure, you want to have confidence. So with the Emperor, you will have confidence once you get everything situated in there. Okay. Now, for the near future, this is the immediate circumstances or development stepping into that action. You got the Hangman. Now, the Hangman is taking a pause, surrendering, sometimes being stagnant. But you see here, he's upright. He's not upside down. And the card's not reversed, so that means he's already done the surrendering. He's already done the thinking. So he's done thinking. He already has gotten the clarity he needs. So you've already done the inner work. You've already gotten the clarity you need. You've already done all this inner work. Now you're coming around the circle. You've gotten the new perspectives you need. He's no longer this way. He's this way. He's gotten the clarity he needs. Now he can move along over here. He can start moving along his journey, which brings you to your current status, which is the Knight of Swords. And I actually am not sad about this at all. Your current status is the Knight of Swords, which is very quick action. And with the Knight of Swords also, that's mental, because it's the sword. It's mental action, it's communication, it's movement, it's all of that combined into one. So you're doing all of that together. So you're not only speaking, you're thinking, and you're moving. So that's perfect. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, now for your external circumstances, the things around you that are affecting or influencing your final outcome. You got the Star. Okay, and so with the Star is not a bad thing at all, because the Star is healing. So you actually have healing energy around you that's affecting your outcome. So I like that as well, because that will help you on your journey to get to the end goal, to where you need to be. So definitely, hold on just a second. Yeah, it's hope, renewal, and faith. So you might be having people with the same faith around you, religion, whatever it is you're into, whether it's spirituality, religion, what have you. You might just be hanging around people. You know, usually when you go through a spiritual awakening, you actually wake up with a whole new sense of reality. Myself, even like today when I was driving, like I was thinking back to like on certain circumstances when things used to bother me, even like little things, like for example, my last paycheck, like it was not right. It was not. I had worked an extra day, and so I knew I should have had extra money on there. And so with that extra money, there should have been no like if, ands, or buts about how much, the pay should have been. Well, when I got my actual check, the pay was not anywhere near what it should have been. So back in the day, I would have flipped out. I probably would have started screaming and yelling. And like today, as I was driving, I was like, you know what? That literally like just rolled off my back, and like I didn't even say anything, even though the paycheck didn't cover like all my bills. I already knew that I had faith that God was going to cover it, so I didn't even hesitate to worry about it, because on my end, I'm not doing anything, frivolous or, shisty or, what's the word? I'm not doing anything, childish, or irresponsible to spend my money unwisely. So I know my money's going to be covered. So I know God has it. And you know what? Yes, today it was paid. So I was so happy. Like, thank you, Jesus. But back then, I literally would have just flipped out. So with that healing energy, that's great. Maybe you're listening to frequency music. Maybe you're listening to affirmations. Whatever you're doing, keep it up because it's working. All right, now for your hopes and fears, the underlying desires and anxieties regarding the outcome. All right, that you got the Eight of Pentacles. Still not a bad card at all. The Eight of Pentacles is you're mastering a skill, and it's the Pentacles, so it has to deal with work, monetary issues, and it's mastering a skill. So I would say that's not an anxiety issue at all. That's more of a hope. So the hope is to master a skill, and you're doing it. All right. And then for the outcome, you got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So like I said, whatever you guys are doing, keep it up, because so far, as long as you continue this inner work up here at the top with the shadow work and everything, you will get your wish fulfillment at the end, okay? And we are going to clarify these cards for you, so that way you have it clarified a little further. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's clarify your Judgment card. So I'm very happy with how this all came out for you. Like, these are awesome. So Divine Masculines, you guys are handsome, you guys are strong, you guys are the best, the bomb. You're doing it. Even my single parent Divine Masculines, thank you all for all the hard work you do. Thank you for taking care of your kids. You guys are the best. And even if you're not single parents, if you're just paying your child support, thank you. All right, let's see. All right, Holy Spirit, can we clarify the Judgment for their first card, their Awakening card? For their energy, for the Divine Masculines, can we clarify the Judgment card for them to give them further insight? Is this their Awakening card? Okay. Yes, it is definitely the Awakening. You got the Hermit, Strength, and the Six of Cups. Definitely an awakening. So you're definitely going inside. You're going in hermit mode, finding your inner strength and being nostalgia, looking back. So the ancestors, the spirit guides, whoever it is you're working with, that's helping you through this awakening. They're helping you remember who you are, who you were, and who you're meant to be in this lifetime. All right. And Virgo, Cancer, and Leo could be significant. All right, so that is good. So yes, they're definitely helping you remember who you were or who you are. And you got the King of Cups at the bottom. All right, so let's get this blockage clarified. The Eight of Wands. Holy Spirit, can we clarify the Eight of Wands, their blockage, please? Can we clarify the Eight of Wands is their blockage? What is this blockage with the Eight of Wands that they need to work on? Can you please clarify the Eight of Wands for their blockage? Why do they have this as a blockage? Why is the Eight of Wands a blockage for them? Okay, the King of Cups came out. I should have just grabbed it. All right, the King of Cups. Now, with the King of Cups, you know, he is more emotional. He's not very, he's not the, he's a cup. He's not the swords, which the swords are more speaking, and that's more mental. So, with Judgment and with the Awakening, you want to be, yeah, what's coming out? The Hierophant and the Nine of Wands. So the King of Cups is getting balanced emotionally, okay? The Eight of Wands is, like I said, quick speaking and quick acting. So the King of Cups is a little bit slower. The Wands are quick action. The King of Cups moves a little bit slower because he goes with the flow. He goes with the waves. He goes with the ocean, okay? So they're asking that through this awakening, you take things a little bit slower because they actually want you to feel through things, feel through your emotions. They actually want you to be able to open up to your emotions. They don't want your emotions to be blocked off. They want you to open up to them and get balanced, okay? So that's why it's a blockage, because your emotions are actually blocking this awakening for happening. All right. Okay, so let's clarify the sun for your shadow work. Can we clarify the sun with their shadow work? What is it they need with the sun and their shadow work? Can we clarify the sun, please, for the Divine Masculines with their shadow work and what they need to do? All right. Oh, we got quite a few. What's on the bottom? We got the Four of Wands on the bottom, stability. Okay, the sun for your shadow work. Okay, we have, so your shadow work has to do with the Lovers, the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Moon. Okay, so you have the Lovers, you have the Chariot, you have the Ace of Swords, which is communication, speaking your truth. You have the High Priestess, which is the all-knowing. She keeps things to herself quietly, but then you have the Moon as well, which is things hidden. That's the subconscious. So you have two quiet cards. You have speaking your truth. You have moving forward or taking action. And then you have the Lovers. All right, so for this being your shadow work, let's see. What do they want you to do with that? So with the Moon can sometimes be illusions too and confusion. So like I was saying with the downloads, sometimes you can get confused with a lot of the downloads. The Chariot is having willpower to fight through things. The Lovers, you know, it's relationships, it's choices, ideas. So having a choice, having the willpower to move forward. Ace of Swords, to speak your truth. The High Priestess, like I said, that's that inner knowing. Let's see what else she has. And sometimes with the download, you want to keep things to yourself. You don't want to share it because not everything is supposed to be shared with everybody. That's your intuition. So let me see. So making a choice, having the willpower to speak your truth, using your intuition, to break through confusion. Okay, yes, that's it, because you have the sun, which is going to illuminate things, which gives you clarity. Okay, yes, that's it. Okay, so you're going to have the choice and the willpower to speak your truth, use your intuition to break through confusion, and the sun's going to illuminate it to give you mental clarity with this awakening. All right, there you go, we got it. And then, like I said, you got the Four of Wands with the stability, so you're gonna also be stable going through this as well. So yeah, you're getting all very good cards. I love it. Okay, the next one was, okay, that was your shadow work. Then you got the recent past experience or habits starting to fade into the background. You got the Nine of Swords, which is sleepless nights. So let's clarify that. All right, can we clarify the Nine of Swords for their recent past? And we got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, so many of you lost money. You went from the Nine of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. So you actually lost money, and then you were having sleepless nights. So, like I was saying, with the case of my paycheck, you just have to stay positive. Even if it gets down to like the worst of the worst, you know. If you have nobody to help, try to reach out to whoever, if you can find like companies to help. But stay positive. Always listen to positive affirmations, positive music, positive, you know, frequencies. Because if you keep your mind right and your mind positive, it's going to help you more in the long run, okay? And you will get through this, because as you see, your outcome is good. All right, now for your spiritual horizon, your crown chakra, your spiritual goals, you got the Emperor, which is structure, it's authority, and we're going to see. Can we clarify the Emperor? Excuse me, for their horizon, their crown chakra, their spiritual goals. Why'd they get the Emperor for their spiritual goals? Why did they get the Emperor card for their spiritual goals? Why did my Divine Masculines get the Emperor card for their spiritual goals, please? Why did the Divine Masculines get the Emperor card for their spiritual goals on the Celtic cross? Why did the Divine Masculines get the Emperor card for their spiritual goals? Why did the Divine Masculines get the Emperor for their spiritual goals, please? Okay. You have the Page of Pentacles is for long-term stability. So yeah, for your spiritual aspects, for starting your spiritual awakening, Pentacles, of course, is long-term. It's to materialize into the actual world. It's to help you manifest. So to manifest your dreams, basically, is why you got the Emperor. So he's going to help you manifest what you need. Okay, So next, we got the near future, which is the Hanged Man. You got the Hangman. All right, why did they get the Hangman for the near future? Why did the Divine Masculines get the Hangman for the near future? Please and thank you. Why did they get the Hangman for the near future? Why did the Divine Masculines get the Hangman? And you got the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. Okay. So for the Hangman, like I said, you've already done the surrendering. You've already looked at things in new perspectives. And so now you're able to go into relationships and to new circumstances with new offerings with this new perspective. And you already know the past, what it's brought. So you're not going to have baggage from that. Okay, we've already laid that to rest in the ground. We're not bringing that with us. We're bringing a whole new big cup. You see how big his cup is? All right. Yeah, they're not bringing the swords with them. The swords are in the ground. There's no more hurt coming from the past. So you've learned those lessons. You now have your emotions balanced. You're ready for the new beginning. You're balanced emotionally, mentally, both. You're ready to offer something new, a new way, balanced and ready to go. All right. Now let's move on to your side here, which is your current status on up to your finale. So your current energy is the Knight of Swords. Let's clarify. Why is their current energy the Knight of Swords for the Divine Masculines? Why is their current energy the Knight of Swords? Why is their current energy the Knight of Swords, please? And thank you. All right. We have the World, Justice, and the Fool. Very nice. The World, Justice, and the Fool. Awesome. Because you've closed out cycles. You've already gotten your justice. And now you're ready to begin a new beginning. You're ready to take that leap of faith. And that's why you're able to be the Knight of Swords and take quick action. You're ready to speak your mind. You're ready to move quickly. You're ready to jump on it. You're ready to start a new cycle. You're ready to take that leap faith ahead because you know what's yours is meant for you. The scales are even. You're ready to go. Yes. And even the Fool has their hands out like the scales. Yep, everything's balanced and ready. Nice. Very, very good, Divine Masculines. I'm proud of you. All right. You even have the Three of Cups at the bottom. All right, let's find out the Star. Why did they get the Star as their environment card? What is the Star for their environment card that's affecting them and their outcome? What is the Star for their environment that's affecting their outcome? What's the Star card that's affecting their outcome? All right, we got one. The 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so that can be family, that can be friends, that can be money, that can be legacies. Yes, anything. So, but whatever it is, it's good. because it's healing and it's helping you heal. So the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, it's helping you get to your goal. So that's very good. All right, next, the Eight of Pentacles, your hopes and fears. And we have the Tower at the bottom. Nothing to be afraid of. And this Tower card is actually the most beautiful Tower card I've ever seen. It has the planets surrounding it and the fires all at the bottom. It's beautiful. All right, for their hopes and fears, why did they get the Eight of Pentacles for their hopes and fears, please? Why did Divine Masculines get the Eight of Pentacles for their hopes and fears? Why did they get the Eight of Pentacles for their hopes and fears, please? All right, let's see. You got one card. And, oh, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Because it was fated to be that way. It was your turn. So, see? It's just divine timing. It's your turn on the wheel for it to turn in your favor. So, as long as you stay away from karmic energy, it'll continue to turn the correct way. It won't go backwards. And you got the Two of Wands, planning. All right. All right, let's see this outcome. You got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups for the outcome. Tell me about the Nine of Cups for the outcome. The final outcome, Nine of Cups. Tell me about that for the Divine Masculines. You got the Nine of Wands, so 9 could be significant. And the Three of Wands, travel, distance, foreign. So 9 of Wands. It's not always, it doesn't always mean bad. It could mean that you're putting blockages up for somebody, because like that, it looks like it's a wall. It's keeping people out that no longer can come with you for the end. It means there's a fence. It can mean that you're a wounded warrior. You've been through some hell, and guess what? You made it to the end, and that's okay, because maybe your entire family history has been wounded warriors, and that's all right. You made it, you know? So there's nothing wrong with that. So we can clarify that again. All right, let's clarify the Nine of Wands with the Nine of Cups for their outcome. Clarify the Nine of Wands with the Nine of Cups for their outcome. Nine of Wands with the Nine of Cups for their outcome, please. Clarify the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups for their outcome for the Divine Masculines, please. Nine of Wands with the Nine of Cups for their outcome. Clarify. What's this Nine of Wands? Clarifying the Nine of Cups, please. What's this Nine of Wands? Clarifying the Nine of Cups, please, for their outcome. What's this Nine of Wands? Clarifying the Nine of Cups, please, for their outcome. By the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups for their outcome. For the Divine Masculines, cut the cross. Their final outcome. Okay. Okay. Eight of Swords. You're no longer in a mental imprisonment. As you see, that's building a fence too. The same as here. You have a big fence against a Queen of Cups. So whoever the Queen of Cups is to you, this Two of Cups. someone that you had made a choice to be in this Ace of Cups with, and they ended up fighting with you, putting you in a Five of Cups conflict and the Five of Wands. Lots of conflict. Over money. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. Toxicities. Yeah, so somebody was in some toxic energy, doing some devilish things, that's for sure. So yeah, you guys were fighting over money. That was the main thing. Yeah, and it ended up in a heartbreak. But you guys are healing from that, definitely. You guys came out of that. So whoever that Queen of Cups was, you guys came out of that. That's who put you on the Three of Swords. All right. Love it, love it. You guys did good with that. So now I will get you some inner child healing cards. Let's see. Can we get some inner child healing cards for my Divine Masculines? Because they had an awesome reading today. Inner child healing for my Divine Masculines. What do my Divine Masculines need to work on with their inner child? We have number 7, breathe in, practice breath work today. Some of you, when you're in your car and you just have a minute, just take a few minutes, even 2 minutes, and do some breath work. Breathe in and out. That will help you with anxiety, and even those of you who have PTSD or anything like that, that will help. Do breathing exercises. Anything else for my Divine Masculines with their inner child? Okay. And we got number 43. You do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. And like I was saying, if you need help with bills or even just speaking to someone, if you're feeling depressed or anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to someone. Anything else for my Divine Masculines at this time? Close out this deck. Okay, number 15, get lost. Fall deep into the realm of imagination. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just be creative and get into your artistic abilities and be creative for a moment. Like if you know how to do art. And give me just a second. Anything like that, it's good to do that. That helps with anxieties and stuff as well. All right, let's get into your Divine Masculine cards. All right, give me something for my Divine Masculines in this reading. What do they need to know? I'm not taking all those. What do my Divine Masculines need to know? Okay. Let's see. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We're doing thoughts. So, Stevie. Okay, thoughts is the first one you got. It says, your thoughts are a catalyst of transformation. Take time to think things through, deciding which thoughts you resonate with and which ones you are merely meant to observe. Okay, he is the ancient god of wisdom and knowledge. All right, he invented the hieroglyphic writing and the foundation of law. He's the god of magic and the moon. So some of you might resonate with that. And then next we got Buddha. Buddha. So definitely meditate with Buddha here. Okay, Buddha. Buddha, accepting what has been does not condone the happenings of the past, but allows for moving on. Release rigid mindsets and move forward into a future set on your terms. All right. It says he was a prince that became the enlightened one. All right. And he is the founding master and teacher of Buddhism. And his mother had a prophetic dream that she would become pregnant with a son who would be either a king or a religious leader. All right. And then the last one is Arunmila. Arunmila. Okay. Here he is, Arunmila. You are growing into your destiny. Free will and fate are working together for your highest good. Extend your free will and divine orchestration will arrive at the right time. For the Yoruba people of West Africa, he is the deity who created their divination system called the Ifa. Okay, he's the master diviner and high priest who possesses knowledge of the future of all humans. Very good. All right. Now, let's get your zodiacs. Or see what comes out for this. Any zodiacs or houses for this reading for the Divine Masculines. Zodiacs or houses that need to come out for this reading for the Divine Masculines. Okay. We got houses 2, 5, 8, and 11. Resourceful, dependable, stubborn, slow to change, patient, focus on stability and the future. Eastern Hemisphere, the section of the chart shows people who are self-motivated and gain achievements through their own actions. 4th house, Cancer. Aries, Pisces, spirituality. Water signs. So that is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And then you got the ascendant rising sign, public self. That's part of your personality that others first see, which is the Aries. Then you got 9th house, Sagittarius. Then you got Cancer again, emotions, which we got during the read. And then we got the moon. We got Cancer again, 4th house. So lots of Cancer in this reading. My goodness. Lots of emotions. Okay. Now, we shall do... all right. We'll do some of these states, and then we'll do the letters. All right. Which states are significant to this reading? South Carolina. Like I said, Kentucky and New York had come out I channeled that. All right, North Carolina, Arkansas, and South Carolina. Any other states for this reading? Ohio, Oklahoma, okay, that's it. So South Carolina, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Ohio. All right, and we'll see if what letters come out. What letters need to come out for the Divine Masculines? What letters need to come out for the Divine Masculines? Got the letter Y. What letters are significant for this reading for the Divine Masculines? L-N, Y-L-N, a Y-N, L-Y-N, little Y-N. I don't know why that came to mind. I have no idea. Does that even mean anything? All right. What? And we got AI. So AI could be significant on the computer. So a L, little YN on is doing AI, using AI for something. All right. Anything else for this reading? You guys got to watch using that AI for stuff. Be authentic. The letter T for something. IT. So computers again. HFXZ. Hat. Hit. Zit. Fit. You guys work out in the gym. Knit. Nat. Hat. Tail. T-A-I-L. Hail. H-A-I-L. Nail. N-A-I-L. Fail. F-A-I-L. Huh. All right. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for another reading. Divine Masculines, I'm so sorry if you feel like I've forgotten about you. I really have not. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. You guys are doing an excellent job as your reading shows. Keep up the good work. You guys are doing a great job on your healing. Keep it up. Don't stop. Keep going. I love you guys. Keep up. Have a great day. Bye.